Once upon a quiet night, in a village where the stars always seemed to twinkle just a little brighter, lived a girl named Harper. Harper had the gentlest smile, the coziest pajamas, and, most of all, a heart full of music. Every evening before bed, Harper would sit by her window with her tiny wooden music box. It played a soft lullaby that her grandmother had given her long ago. The melody was sweet and slow, like a feather drifting through the air. And every time she wound the music box and listened, Harper felt safe, warm, and sleepy. But one night, as she turned the key and the lullaby began to play, something magical happened. A single silver note floated up from the box and shimmered like stardust in the air. Harper blinked. The note danced through her room, then zipped out the window, right into the sky. Startled but curious, Harper leaned out and looked up. The sky was filled with not just stars, but glowing, floating music notes. And then, she heard it. A gentle hum. A melody, soft and sparkling, drifting down from the moon. "Do you hear that?" whispered Harper to her sleepy stuffed bunny, Tumbles. "The moon is singing." Tumbles, of course, didn't answer. But Harper giggled, grabbed her slippers, and tiptoed outside. The air was cool and still. The moon hung low, glowing like a lantern, and the melody grew clearer with every step. Suddenly, a hush fell over the trees. Then, a beam of moonlight stretched down, right in front of Harper. It shimmered like a ribbon and curled gently at her feet. It looked inviting. Harper reached out and touched it. The moment she did, the moonbeam wrapped around her like a blanket and began to lift her off the ground. "Oh my goodness," she gasped, hugging Tumbles tight. "We're floating!" Up they rose, past rooftops and chimneys, over sleeping forests and glittering lakes. The moonlight carried them higher until Harper found herself standing on a soft, glowing path made of silver notes. She had arrived on the moon. But this wasn't any ordinary moon. It was alive with music. There were crystal flowers that chimed when they swayed. Trees with leaves shaped like harps. Soft hills that hummed when you stepped on them. The air itself felt like a lullaby, gentle and warm. At the center of it all stood the moon maestro, a tall, gentle being made of starlight and clouds. He wore a coat stitched with constellations and carried a glowing baton. "Welcome, Harper," said the maestro in a voice as smooth as a cello. "We've been waiting for you." "Me?" Harper asked in surprise. "You," he smiled. "Only a child who listens with her heart can hear the moon melody. And tonight, the melody is fading. We need your help." "But I'm just a little girl," she said quietly. "I only have a small music box." The maestro knelt beside her. "But it holds the most powerful music of all, love, memory, and wonder. That is exactly what we need." Harper looked around. The trees were drooping. The stars were dimmer. Even the moon itself seemed sleepy. "Then let's play," she said with a determined nod. The moon maestro handed her a moon harp made of glowing threads. Harper held it carefully. It was light and warm and sang the moment her fingers touched it. Together, Harper and the maestro walked through the moon garden, waking the instruments of the sky. They plucked the harp trees, tapped the crystal drums, and sang into the wind. The clouds shaped themselves into flutes. The stars began to blink in rhythm. The moon itself started to glow brighter. And then, Harper opened her music box. The familiar lullaby floated into the air, simple, sweet, and full of heart. The moon harp echoed it. The stars joined in. The entire moon sang. The moon melody was reborn. The maestro smiled, eyes twinkling. "You've done it, Harper. The sky will sing again." Harper yawned and rubbed her eyes. The moonlight was soft and sleepy now. "Time to go home, little one," whispered the maestro. "But remember, every time you hear a song in the wind or feel your heart hum, that's the moon melody saying thank you." The moonbeam wrapped around her once more, lifting her gently. Down she floated, past dreaming owls and whispering trees, all the way back to her bedroom window. She curled under her blankets, music box in hand, tumbles tucked beside her. As Harper drifted into sleep, the moon hummed its melody just for her. And from that night on, every time she wound her music box, she smiled, knowing she had played a part in keeping the sky full of song.